And we welcome you to another edition of This is Wrestling. It's the Versage alongside the one and only Zach McGibbon. Zachary, how are you?
Doing pretty good, Mr. Versage. We are continuing on here in studio for these shorts, so looking forward to it.
Yeah, I don't know what's coming next. And the host of the TIW shorts, the super fan, Ben Soubliere. How are you?
Good. Happy to be back live in person in the studio.
I held the super fan for a while. I'm proud that you didn't interrupt that. It was good.
Almost did, but I gave Tony Chimmel the respect he deserves.
That's right. The dapper yapper. Oh, I don't like him either.
Brian Danielson did nothing wrong. What's a little attempted murder between colleagues?
So what the purpose, of course, of these, we call them shorts, but sometimes they're long. But they are different from the everyday show. They could be games. We've had, 8-bit sound games before. We've had all kinds of different things. So what are we doing today, Ben?
So this is going to be similar format to something we've done in the past on our road show to AEW All Out. I'm going to call it Brand Warfare.
Okay.
And Brand Warfare is going to be a draft between the three of us. So the host, if you will, joining in on this one. And we are going to draft, if we were starting a wrestling company today with current wrestlers, we are going to draft our opening roster. The people are the cornerstones, if you will, of who we would build our brand on.
Look at you.
So in your case, it might be the WWE would be your brand.
Right.
And so we'll set up some parameters. So
I feel like A. Lee W would have worked.
A. Lee W is good,
right?
Too. Yeah, that's a good one.
That works.
So Major Lee Wrestling.
Major Lee Wrestling.
Joe Boo.
So couple parameters in terms of who you can pick.
Except at the end.
Yes.
Fuck Joe Boo. I'm going to do this on my own.
Oh boy.
Sorry. I swore on. I
That's okay.
Swear,
that's an edit.
We've got.
No, it's a good. You have to leave that in the movie.
All right. So a couple parameters. So it'll be a snake draft. We'll hit the randomizer 3 times with our names and see what the order is. Snake draft. You must select 5 male wrestlers, 1 female wrestler, and 1 tag team to build your opening roster.
Okay.
The other rule. So as it is right now, everybody is a free agent. You can pick from any of the current promotions, but they have to be an active wrestler today. So you could pick somebody like a Brock Lesnar if you wanted to. Even though he's kind of on the way out, you could still take him if you wanted that name recognition in your company today.
Right. And
Fair enough.
We don't know that he's like, if you picked Brock Lesnar, would you pick him on the thought that he might be gone this year?
Yeah, you could. If you want to burn it, you just want to start your promotion and you want to kick it off with a bang, and you've got Brock Lesnar for 3 or 4 months and then he's gone. You could do that. That is kind of up to you.
Can we pick for other people?
No.
Oh.
Zach, you can't force Zach to draft Brock Lesnar.
No, I
was thinking Bill Goldberg, actually.
Yes.
I think he's technically officially retired.
He's retired, so we're all good on that front.
There's no fear of that.
Ooh. That would have been something.
Is he retired or is he just gone from the WWE?
Fair enough.
I don't know if Tony would actually kick that bucket at this point, if you know what I mean. Like, I think Goldberg, it sounded like Tony and him were discussing, and then Goldberg went to WWE to have his last run. And then, well, sorry, Bill, out of TV time. I don't know if he's going to circle back to Tony and get the sting.
Especially after what Goldberg says, like, I don't think AEW is a serious company or something like that. So it's like, all right.
Might have burnt that bridge, Bill.
Yeah. Good job, Bill.
So let's get to the draft order here.
All right. So draft order.
Random randomizer.
No, the real random randomizer.
Yeah.
So I'm going to press this 3 times. So let's go 1, 2.
I don't see it. So
and
this could
3.
be anything for me.
So number 1 pick is Zach. Number 2 pick is Lee. And I will take the number 3 pick.
And 4.
3 and 4.
Okay.
And we go back and forth. Yeah.
Yep.
So I will have to, you guys will have to stall while I write these names down.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
To make sure.
Yeah. No, that's fair.
There's always a story behind the picks and a couple of professional broadcasters and Zach here too. That it's nice to be able to.
Wow. The one who actually has the radio job is not the professional broadcaster. Yikes.
That's a very fair comeback. I'd like to say that just because I used to be and was a has-been, I am no longer. So
you pseudo got recognized at the bar.
oh, that's right.
true.
I have
That's true.
but I didn't even tell you that Zach met Sloan the next night.
Yes, I did. I did.
That's
meet
really
Sloan.
funny.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, we're like best friends now. I mean, it's good.
I did meet Sloan. So I'm looking forward to it. So I got number one.
Number one, kick it off.
You got number one. So again, the parameters are you're going to get 5 male wrestlers, 1 female, 1 tag team. You can pick them in any order you want, but you
Yep.
got to fill up your roster with those slots.
Sounds good. I'm going to start things hot.
Hot.
I'm going to go with, I believe, the best wrestler in the world
Best
today.
wrestler in the world today.
The best wrestler over the last couple of years.
Yep.
An all-time great pro wrestler, I would even say.
Okay.
I'm going to go Will Ospreay, number one.
Yeah, it's a fair pick.
Especially
Can
now
see
coming
why.
up with All In, I need to draw a house a little bit. And if I'm taking over that All In spot, so I'm going to pick Will Ospreay as number one. Not much else you could really say after that. I mean, he's one of the best wrestlers of all time.
Yeah, I mean,
I'd
he's got
say,
a
too.
broken neck and he's going to be gone in a year, but that's awesome.
But you've seen his Dynamite matches though. He's still good. So
he's got the tape on his neck.
he's still number one.
I know.
He's still number one.
It's hard. I mean, you knew Will Ospreay was going to be a very top pick,
Yeah.
but I'm glad that you did not select my number one overall because he would have been number one overall regardless of Zach's pick. And that is the very best wrestler in the world. That is the AEW world champion.
Yep.
And that is Maxwell Jacob Friedman.
Yep.
He is the best wrestler, the best on the mic. He has just turned 30 years old.
Yep.
And he will be there. I mean, you can never predict injuries, but barring injuries, with the way that he can speak on a microphone, he doesn't always have to be completely healthy to be very, very relevant for the next 20, 25 years and would be an absolute, as you discussed, Ben, cornerstone of a franchise. So I am picking Maxwell Jacob Friedman.
Excellent pick. Boy.
Fine speech.
Yeah.
Fine speech.
I like it.
I am blessed. This is the spot I wanted to be in because I had a very specific plan in mind if I landed the number 3 pick. And
Only the host would come in and say, like, well, we got a plan for number 3 and 4. I had a plan for 2. We're going to plan for 1. And we took those. So
yeah. He's thinking like multiple steps ahead, like Triple H.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm also, if you want to believe me, if I'm the general manager of my roster, I'm getting the guy I would have picked number 1.
Yeah.
I'm going for some youth.
Yeah.
I'm going down under.
Ooh.
I'm going with the proto star, Kyle Fletcher.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I
I'm
have
not
him.
taking him over MJF or Will Ospreay.
I am 100% taking him
Oh,
over.
wow.
Because
I love
think,
the upside.
I think the
yes.
ceiling is where I want it
for
to be.
sure.
I'm worried about longevity with Will Ospreay, and I'm worried about Hollywood with MJF. So I'm going to take the guy who, up until recently, had the streak, was on every single pay-per-view for AEW this past year.
Now he's injury prone.
Well, we don't even know if he's hurt yet. Well, we know he's at least a little hurt, but hopefully not injured.
What do you mean we don't know he's hurt? He left in a walking boot and then didn't show up last week.
Yeah, still haven't heard if he's had surgery or something. There's different.
You're taking the same guy that said the worst day of his entire life was when he got placed further down on the show when he wrestled in front of 80,000 people, and the worst day of his life was clotheslining the guy who he took out so he couldn't beat him for the title. They didn't give one crap about Adam Cole. That's the guy you're taking first?
Yeah, the best wrestlers have egos.
Wow. All right. So he's not afraid of that. Not afraid.
Yep, I think the upside is so high there for Kyle Fletcher that I couldn't pass on him at number 3.
He's a very good pick, but I don't know if I would pick him at 3. I don't ahead of some of the other wrestlers that are available.
Would you pick him at 4? Because that's
we need to see what number 4 is.
Yeah.
So number 4, I'm going back down under for pick number 4.
Okay.
And I'm taking some name recognition.
Yep.
somebody that you can build an entire division around,
Yep.
and that's Rhea Ripley.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I think
okay.
if you're gonna go women's, and we are gonna take a women's wrestler, that it's hard to think that somebody like I know Zach's not taking Jade Cargill, so
You don't know.
I do.
You don't know.
No, I do. Right. So Rhea Ripley is going to be tough to go against. I think she probably between the three of us would have been all of our first women's pick.
Yeah.
So
Her and maybe somebody else, which we'll find out.
yeah,
later.
you can't say who else.
Who else? So yeah, Rhea Ripley. That's a good pick. That's a good pick. I'm surprised you didn't pick this person though.
But
I'm very surprised.
You understand it's my pick, right?
I'm very surprised you didn't pick this person I'm thinking of.
But it's my pick.
I know.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, so back over to you.
Could it be a cover potentially?
But then
Because it is a snake draft, so
But then you get two in a row.
it's true.
Yeah. So
I'm
just to recap, so our top 4 goes as such. So Will Ospreay, MJF, Fletcher, and Rhea Ripley. So back to you, Lee.
So again, starting a promotion, being young, already having been in some really, really big spots. I just think the same as I thought for MJF. I think for this guy, barring injury, is going to be around for another 20 years and doing really good things. And that is Hangman Page.
Yeah.
A guy that every time I watch him, I'm almost surprised at how good he is every time. And he's been for as young as he is, he's been in a ton of big spots. And I would trust that guy with other wrestlers. I would trust him for the good of the business. So tough to go away from Hangman Page for me.
Yep. No, that's a good pick. That's what I thought you were going to select in your next 2. So I'm a little surprised.
No, I have a very specific strategy in mind in terms of this game. And I asked you guys if you wanted me to join, but I was hoping you would because I've already laid this out and I'm playing for keeps.
Yep.
TIW Unreal coming soon to your
which is awesome because Ben's pandering to the crowd. Gonna get Chris Holsky to vote on Chris Holsky to vote and tell him he's got a great team.
He's cupping the ear, brother, and
right. He'll ask 2 people, they'll vote for him. Now he'll think he's got the greatest team. I get it.
Doing this show right here in Ashton, Ontario.
Yeah, the big thumbs up Mick Foley style. Yeah. I am going to pick because I've got the next 2 picks.
Yeah.
And I am also going to make an upside pick.
Nice. I
think it's going to alternate between these 2. Another one that's in your faction of the Don Callis family of your guy there.
Ooh.
I really like Konosuke Takeshita, and I'm going to pick Konosuke Takeshita. I think he's got such a strong babyface run in his future, and he's still young. I think he's like 30, like he's right around the MJF area there. I think he's a little older than MJF. I could be wrong, but
he's
still,
right around that.
Yeah, he's around, but still like starting to enter into his prime.
Yeah.
And I think you could make an argument he's already a top 5 wrestler. Throwing a Will Ospreay in there in my promotion.
Yeah. Oh, good.
Oh, there's some
you got the
matches
next. You got the next pick too.
There is some quality matches here, so I really like that. I'm gonna go a little bit. I don't know if this is against the grain, but you also need to have an established star presence as well. Like you have I think Will Ospreay is an established star, but you also want somebody that can carry one of the biggest, that's carried one of the biggest companies over the last couple of years. And I argue is a bigger draw than what other people think is another draw. I'm going to pick Cody Rhodes. And I think Cody Rhodes, well, yes, he's older. He's in his early 40s. One of the things that made AEW stand out is that they brought in an established name like a Chris Jericho to get themselves on the map, put the world championship on. Plus, with Cody, he's got some executive experience. Now, one of the things I'll have to worry about is keeping a little bit of a leash on him, because don't let his ideas get too much ahead. But I think you got the established star in Cody in there with a roster of Takeshita and Ospreay, and I'm really liking how this promotion is shaping up.
Okay. On that exact same path for me, I love MJF and Hangman Page and their upside and how much experience they have already. when you're talking about truly big stars, you gotta bring in some people, and you have to go with people that you think not only can draw money, but can bring in and still be around for quite a while. And with his, I would say, limited schedule over the last little while, I think he's probably pretty healthy. I'm gonna go with Roman Reigns. I think he certainly draws in the casual fan. I think he draws in the female fan.
Mhm.
I think this guy you can put at the top of a card and he's legitimate. And I want him as part of the core running my company. So I'm going to pick Roman Reigns.
Yeah, that's probably who I would have picked if he got to me. But actually, so for the way that I'm building my company, I'm going very much work rate. Like, this is going to be a company that is not only international, but also has like some of the best workers on the planet as well.
You've watched Rhea Ripley, right?
Yeah, I've watched Rhea Ripley versus Charlotte at WrestleMania.
Right. When she went up against someone else that was better?
Yeah.
All right.
She just needs people to hang with. So I'm going to pick
All right.
to continue filling out my international roster, Gunter, and he's being immediately renamed back to Walter.
There you go. That's the executive creative decision right there. I love it. I love it.
So Walter is a little bit older, at 38 years old, but I still think the style of wrestling that he does, he's still got a lot of years left on being able to draw and wrestle, doesn't have an injury history, and can be that big heel that a company that you build around. I think about some of my favorite times in wrestling is the early days of Ring of Honor when they put the title on Samoa Joe and he established the Ring of Honor championship. And I'd bring in a guy like Gunter / Walter to be my first world champion and be that big heel that you build the division around.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
And so now this leaves me for my next pick. And because I want to get this team no matter what, I'm going to burn my tag team pick a little bit early just in case.
Mhm.
And I'm going to pick what I thought was the hottest team of 2025. And while the amount of time that they were together, and I mean, they're still technically together right now, they didn't have a ton of matches. But I think when they were on the card, they were one of the best matches there. They're one of the hottest acts, one of the best tag teams in the world. I'm going with Bro Dito.
Oh, okay. Bro Dito is the first tag team off the board. That is a shocker.
Well, what's
a shocker?
What's a shocker is I didn't realize in a 3-person draft we would have eliminated one of the teams already.
Right.
But I feel like Ben's out. So that's
yeah.
So after that pick,
I'm surprised about the Bro Dito one. That's a little high for me.
It's a little high.
I like Bro Dito, but that's high. Like,
I think that Bandito's ceiling is super high. I'm thinking about my international federation, whatever you want to call it.
Clearly,
so I got to bring in
speak English.
I got to bring in Mexico.
Yeah.
And I just think Brody King, you've got some versatility there as a face or a heel, and just has a certain look and has that feel of a guy that can just help build your company. And he's just an overall good dude. And the tag matches with Brodito were just awesome. Totally my cup of tea. Totally what I want for my promotion. The identity of this promotion is a work rate company. And so I'm going Brodito just to make sure I get him.
There you go.
Just to make sure I get him. Never would have been taken in a million years.
Yeah.
You could have got him.
Sorry. You guys going to take the Young Bucks and FTR?
Who, by the way, we don't know that we're taking them.
Yep.
And they're both way better than Brodito.
I could be picking R-Truth, Damian Priest. You don't know.
They are the world tag team champions.
That's right.
I also picked Brodito so I could get them as single stars as well.
Oh, so you went for the
versatility
pick. You got sucked in by the intangibles like every scout does.
Right.
Yes.
So coming up next, it's back to Lee.
Even I was surprised, and I probably shouldn't be, at the age of this person. With the experience and how many big matches that they've been in. I had to look it up again, and I'm like, really? I don't know why I'm surprised, but 34. 34 years old for the biggest women's star on the planet. The best women's wrestler in the world is Mercedes Moné. And the fact that she's only 34 and feels like she's been around a lot longer than that, dominating across the world, and she draws money. That's why Mercedes Moné, CEO Moné, is my pick. I have an unbelievable roster so far.
You have a good roster.
You basically just picked AEW with Roman.
Fair enough.
You basically picked AEW with Rhea.
And Walter?
Oh, okay.
I'm 50-50 right now.
Yeah. You
Which
are
is
sitting
actually
down the middle.
quite surprising from you.
Yeah. No, that's good. Mercedes was going to be my women's pick.
I know.
So that's a good one.
I knew.
You had to jump on it.
No, but
Yeah.
I knew before it came to me, I was like, I could still pick Roman Reigns.
Yep.
He's already got his woman's
Yep.
pick, and I can get Mercedes on the way back.
Absolutely. No, that's a good pick. That's a good pick. We are technically kind of competing against each other when you really think about it, because
Mhm.
we're all trying to get our own free agents and we have to
Yeah.
compete. And
Yeah.
I look at your roster, Lee, and I look at Hangman.
Yeah.
And like, Hangman, like he's got a lot of good opponents, but there's one guy that really like stands out.
Yeah.
And I have to compete. And so I got to take Swerve Strickland off your hands. And I've got
He would have been my next pick.
Look, you're going to take Mercedes.
Yeah.
We're competing here.
Swerve
okay?
would have been my next pick.
I'd calling you up and I said, Lee, I'm in the wrestling business. That's what I'm doing.
I would have been Swerve's disappointed with me that I didn't pick him earlier,
Yes.
but I understand.
Swerve is Swerve has got, plus, I mean, you got some great rivalries there. Already got the Ospreay feud built in, the great matches there. Plus, I think you could do some great stuff with Swerve and Takeshita. I think that'd be a lot of fun.
Mhm.
And then Cody has some interaction with Swerve as well in the past. So I think there's a lot that really balances out. And now I'm going to make my first women's pick. Might be a little high, but I really like this women's wrestler. And I'm trying to go for a vibe. And you might be thinking, oh, here comes Zach. He's going to have to make the Tony Storm pick, but I'm not making the Tony Storm pick.
No, you would never pick
No,
Tony Storm.
because that doesn't fit my promotion.
No, it
Come
doesn't.
on.
It doesn't.
It does not.
No.
Ben, write down Stephanie Vaquer as my women's wrestler. I think she is I think in that division, she's not given a chance to really showcase herself against some of the best women's wrestlers. And yes, you have Mercedes Moné. She really showed out, but I think once I go out and start scouting and get some great women's wrestlers into my roster, I think Stephanie Vaquer will be a pillar of the women's division in my company. So Stephanie Vaquer.
You could have picked her with your last pick, right? Because we already had our women locked in.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. So just strategy wise.
Well, listen, he can do what he wants. He's a smart guy.
That's how high I think of Stephanie Vaquer.
I mean, yeah, I don't
I
actually
even
disagree.
prefaced it by saying I might be a little high on this,
Yeah.
but I really like Stephanie Vaquer.
Yeah, honestly, I don't think I can't think of who else.
And
I would
who's
put
to
in the
say I'm
top
going to
three.
limit myself to one women's wrestler?
Yeah, that's fair.
Just because you have to take one, you could take all the women's wrestlers, right?
All
Right.
of them.
Yep.
You could have your own women's wrestling program.
Correct.
Wow.
That's a good one. That took a little bit to settle it. That's good.
Have you ever watched WoW?
No,
I have.
no,
One day I made the mistake of I'm going to set it on the PVR, and then it recorded every week, and then I would be like, hey, you know what? As a wrestling show host, I should go through this. Just every week. Oh my god! So how many picks left here?
So this was the end of. So technically, I mean, depends on how you consider the round. But so Zach just picked his 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, fifth person. So he's got 5 off the board. So he's got 2 more picks.
So we have 3.
No, we have 4 each. Because we have 4 each. So we're going 7 rounds because 5 male wrestlers, 1 female, 1 tag team.
Okay.
So Zach has his 5 off the board.
So there's no fear of me picking a tag team because Prodito apparently
yeah.
at first
You
off
have
the-
your pick of the litter here,
went
Lee.
first off the board, and
Yeah.
so I don't have to pick a tag team here because he's not going to pick a tag team.
Correct. Or
But
is
Zach could.
Yeah, but I pick again.
I could also pick.
I pick again before Zach picks.
Yeah, I could pick another tag team to get more singles wrestlers.
Which is a really odd strategy in your
Yeah.
tag team division that you would want.
Versatility.
No, it's no tag team consistency.
You don't know. That's where the strategy comes in.
Okay, so let's look at this. I was really hoping to get Swerve. I'm not going to lie.
We have to compete.
I know. No, I totally know that. So you do have to look away from, like, how do you draw money? How do you bring different elements into kind of what you're doing here? Like, you got to show some different ranges. I think that's really important. There's one guy I want to pick, and I really, really want this person on my roster, but I feel like I can get them later. So now it's looking at it going, okay, what do I do here?
You're taking Dominic Mysterio.
There you go.
I would love to take Dom. What, like, that guy?
All yours, Lee.
Really?
All yours.
Oh,
Go take him.
I'm not going to
Go take him.
I'm not, as much as I would like to, I am not going to take Dominic Mysterio. So many picks here of where you could go, but so this might be a little high for this person too, but when I watch this person, I actually love him. And to get on like with how young he is, I'm taking a little bit of a chance here for sure. But I do feel like he brings so much to the table. And that's Killer Cross. No.
Again, you could take him. That's all yours.
Just seeing if I could pop Zach for
Get out of my chair. What?
just a second there. He's the MLW champion, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's becoming a belt collector too. I would handle him different than he's being handled right now, but Javon Evans jumps off the page for me.
Okay.
Like, when they talk about bouncy, when they talk about seeing something different in the ring, when you watch him, he gets higher than everybody else. He's springier than everybody else. He does things that other people simply don't do.
Mm-hmm.
And he is yet to talk into a microphone to attract me to a match. But when I watch him, I kind of do like the holy crap. Like, that guy's different from anybody else that I'm watching.
Mm-hmm.
And with how young he is in his early to mid 20s, this is a guy that I can have around for a really long time. And I can do so many things with. So Javon Evans is going to be my guy.
I like it.
All right.
Surprised.
Yeah, I'm just so happy that this guy has slid kind of under the radar. And I know why he slid under the radar, because he's currently injured and we're waiting his return. But pretty soon we're going to breathe with him. And that is the Switchblade, Jay White, 33 years old, unbelievable wrestler, unbelievable on the mic.
Unbelievable on the mic.
Yeah. I think you've just forgotten how good he is.
Unbelievable on the mic. The guy
Jay White.
Guy who couldn't draw a fly. That guy.
You don't think Jay White can draw a fly?
No.
Wow.
He did draw in New Japan while he was there.
Yeah, but he hasn't drawn in America when he's here.
Well, that's also AEW's treatment of Jay White.
Okay.
I
Has Jay White drawn any money in the States?
not right now.
Okay. All right.
Either way, I'm building my roster,
Work rate,
my international or work rate roster.
Yeah.
This is also the Ben Soubliere vanity promotion, the way that it's coming across here.
Jay White, when he gets back into AEW and is up either competing for or winning that AEW championship, you will breathe with the Switchblade and understand this pick. But I've got my last pick, and I could go a couple different ways with this.
This your last one?
I think you got two more.
You said
Oh,
7.
sorry. Yeah. Sorry.
you
I
got
have
two more.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Amazing. I am super happy about this then.
I've thought about this for the last 3 months. I was hoping.
Yeah,
And I don't even know how
had-
many guys I'm going to pick.
I had Brodito down as two different people.
Oh,
Yes,
fair.
there you go.
Yeah.
So
Versatility.
again, I'm going with my international flair. And we talked about how you had to have at minimum one woman on your roster. I'm going to take another person from
Okay.
down south, or I guess not south, but down under.
Yep.
And that's Tony Storm.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is the Ben Soubliere vanity promotion.
She can draw.
So we've got
Yep.
Rhea Ripley and Tony Storm as your first potential feud coming out into the new promotion. Somebody that is super young, way younger than you would expect her to be because of how young she was when she started wrestling.
Mhm.
Lots of miles in terms of, I guess, like runway for her to go in the future. Has shown to be a major draw as timeless Tony Storm, even if it isn't Zach McGibbon's cup of tea.
Mhm.
But I actually love Tony Storm when she's not in that gimmick, when she's serious, when she's wrestling. I think she's super underrated as a wrestler. And just the last 2 years have kind of shown that she can be whatever you need her to be.
Mhm.
So with my next pick, Tony Storm.
The Young Bucks are the best tag team in the world.
Yep.
And they're the best tag team in the world right now. And I say still because they've been around for a while, but they can still go. And if they're right now the best tag team in the world, they're going to be good for a while. And there will be nobody better to mentor the rest of the people coming into my company than the Young Bucks to sort of how to handle business. They've been through it all. They've been down to the bottom. I don't know if you remember, Zach. They had no money at one point.
Oh, do I remember?
Okay, they battled back
Yeah.
and they found
What
a way.
great storytelling that was.
I don't know how I couldn't have the Young Bucks on my team to mentor and to go out there and show people.
Mhm.
I'm not going the versatility. I was gonna pick Ray Phoenix and Penta as
That would have been
the
interesting.
versatility pick.
Yep.
But I'm not going to do that.
Mhm.
Because the Young Bucks to me continue in 2026 to be the very best in the world and to show others that come into the company, the Young Bucks, my tag team.
So I got two more picks, right? These are my last two picks. Oh, I love this, Lee.
Okay.
I love this, Ben.
All right.
You all got caught up in your faves.
Yeah.
Just like I expected you all to. This is just fantastic. So this is going to be symbolic.
Did you write
this
the
next
Fantastics down?
Yeah. The Midnight Express. Write it down. No, so this is just fantastic. I'm so happy this fell the way that it did.
Okay.
Ben's over here talking about, 3 steps ahead.
Vanity project.
But
yeah.
I knew what was going to happen. So here's the first one. I got to get my tag team out of the way. Of course, it's going to be FTR, my
Yeah.
guys.
Knew it.
We got like 4 years left.
Yeah, it's okay. You need them to establish a tag team
Yep.
division.
Yeah.
One of the best tag teams in the world. All of this. I mean, how much more can I say about FTR? They had a better year than the Bucks last year, and they were fantastic.
No, they didn't have a
And,
better year in matches.
they were better overall performers than the Bucks, so I'm liking this. And guys, you all, I mean, this is symbolic of him. The guy just goes under the radar.
This better be good.
And he just gets underappreciated. And everyone talks about how great all these other guys are. But this man has been a consistent member of the roster, has been the stability that AEW has brought since the inception of the company.
I
Ben
know who's
put
gonna
down
go.
John Moxley. You all play. Oh, Javon Evans. Oh, John Moxley has brought so much stability to AEW.
He's going to be back in WWE
He is going to
soon,
be.
yeah.
No, he is not going to WWE. John Moxley has brought that stability. He's brought it with the Death Riders. I know it didn't start out so hot, but man, every time you watch John Moxley go out there and wrestle, he is consistently one of the best, if not the best performer on the show. What a steal. John Moxley as my final pick.
Yeah.
And that was symbolic. I was thinking about having him ahead of FTR, but it's like, you know what? That's the symbolic because he continues to be underappreciated and he's going to come in being like, these guys, like, they don't know what they're doing. God, look at my company. God, I can't wait. Let's get going. John Moxley is my final pick.
Yep. Good that he made a final pick because the rest of his team sucks. So the fact that he got somebody good at the end.
I have a fantastic roster. This is like, we're drawing money right off the bat here, Lee. I mean, you all, like, you have your little vanity project and you're like, oh, this guy's so great. I'm in the business of making money. It's called the wrestling business for a reason, guys.
Yeah. So what people don't understand by listening to the show is that whether this is aired before or after, Zach was thoroughly embarrassed in one of our other shorts, and you can feel the promo. You can feel the heat coming off of that.
Radiating.
That's bleeding into this episode and overvaluing some of his. So, if you guys have watched Maxwell Jacob Friedman speak over the last little while, he's been interviewed a lot. And do you remember who he said is a dream opponent? They're asking, like, who's a dream opponent? Do you remember what his answer is?
His answer was Kevin Owens.
No, it wasn't.
Or Kevin Steen.
It was Kevin Steen. And I'm going to take Kevin Steen / Owens as my last pick, because not only yes, he's coming back from neck surgery, but he does have one of those. He hadn't been hurt too much beforehand. He does have one of those, and I mean this in the most sincere way. This is kind of like the Phil Kessel, Phil Mickelson, kind of not necessarily the best body in the world, but guys that don't get hurt.
Yep.
Now he had neck surgery. Okay. A lot of guys gone through neck surgery, but Kevin Owens is also one of those guys that he doesn't have to wrestle, can come out, and he could hang with MJF on the mic. He could hang with almost anybody on the mic. He can make this program go, and he doesn't have to be in the ring to be able to do it. Kevin Owens / Steen is my final pick.
Yeah, I like that. That was somebody I was contemplating in terms of.
I would like to remind folks that he was ripping on people for injury prone, and he's like, oh, injury.
That's not injury prone. One injury.
Kevin Steen, is he wrestling right now?
One injury is not injury prone.
He's not wrestling though.
One injury.
I don't know.
It's also older.
Older.
Yes.
Older. Yep. He's like 40, in his 40s.
Yep.
He's just had a year off.
Yeah, but
He'll be fine.
Late surgery.
But the age remains the same, Lee.
Yeah. Because
The aging process
Bryan
remains the same.
Danielson and Edge, these guys haven't come back from neck surgeries.
Yeah,
Well,
but 10 years off for Edge before.
Yep.
So do you want to wait 9 years for Kevin Steen to come back?
Yeah.
Hey, Ben.
I know it's a long-term investment, but
Ben, can you remind me who the first overall pick of this draft was?
Was it not Will Ospreay?
I'm pretty sure he just had neck surgery. Okay. Thanks, Zach, for all of that.
Different neck surgery.
is he
Still neck
wrestling or
surgery.
is he wrestling?
Not very well right now. Did you
Not
watch
very
him?
well.
Did you
What?
Did you watch
Did you watch?
Blake Christian?
What? He's just mad that I took his Swerve Strickland pick away and I killed his top feud of his new promotion.
All right. Well, if you're going with experience,
You did pop me, I will say.
experience and old age,
Old age.
brittleness,
Yeah.
and name recognition.
Yeah.
I'm taking somebody that I doubt you guys would have, if we had 5 more picks, you guys wouldn't take him. But I see,
Rodito.
nope, I see the potential there. I see the potential there.
It's Adam Copeland.
And he is, so when you look at my promotion, I'm really trying to focus on people that are going to build my company.
Mm-hmm.
And this is another one of Will Ospreay's proteges.
Okay.
And he just won the New Japan World
Ooh,
Title.
I like this.
Callum.
Callum Newman.
Yes.
So I'm trying to build my international roster.
Yeah, thanks, Gabe Kid.
Member of United Empire, leader of the new version of United Empire,
Mhm.
just dethroned Tsuji for the title, and now we're gonna get to see if he can carry the ball because I never believed in Suji as a guy. I know a lot of people wanted to see him have a bit of a lengthy face run, but I didn't think he was him. I thought that they should have done everything in their power to keep running with the ball with Takeshita. And so I'm really interested in seeing how Callum does. And if I'm building a new promotion, I want some international flair. I want some young guys that can kind of age up with the promotion and see who these next stars are. I'm taking Callum with my last pick.
Who do you think you are? I am.
Yeah.
That's what I say to that.
Yeah.
Wow. Pete Weber. Yeah, that's bold. I don't think we know too much about him, and they could be going soon, but this could be one of those home run picks or kind of dud picks.
Yeah. Boomer bust.
Yeah. So let's go over the rosters here again.
So I'll go in the order that we picked. So with Zach, he had Osprey, Takeshita, Cody Swerve, Stephanie Vacour, FTR, and John Moxley.
God, what a roster.
It gets weak in the middle for sure, but
what a roster that is.
Lee Versage has MJF, Hangman, Roman Reigns, Mercedes Moné.
Oh my God.
Javon Evans.
Oh, this is a crazy roster.
And the Young Bucks.
Yeah. And
what? And
Kevin
mine?
Owens.
And Kevin Owens. Sorry, Kevin Owens.
Like what?
Yeah, sorry.
You're just gonna Callum Newman, like apparently just
he was so excited to get that pick off.
All right. And so leading the international roster, we've got Kyle Fletcher.
You don't get to announce it like this. Just run through the names.
Yeah, wait a minute. Hold on.
Kyle Fletcher, Rhea Ripley, Walter, Brodito, Switchblade Jay White, Tony Storm, and Callum Newman.
That's going to be really good on the international TV.
Yeah.
But
in front of the 50 fans.
Wouldn't draw a fly in the States.
I'm very excited.
Awesome.
So there we have it.
Okay.
Our 3 rosters in brand warfare.
Man, I killed that.
So we will get the image online for people to see and give us their feedback on how they feel we did.
What I would like to hear from people is not who's going to come second and third behind me. I would like to
Wow.
I would like to know from people who you think we all missed.
Yeah. Like, I'm sure there's some people we missed.
Who are the people that you'd be like, no, like this person had to be on somebody's roster?
Yeah.
Would love to hear from people.
Yeah.
If we had a few more picks, I'm sure Kenny Omega and Okada would be on there.
Yeah.
There's probably a couple other guys in AEW and WWE if you want to go with the Seth Rollins for some longevity and some name recognition.
Seth Rollins, but
Kenny Omega, I would love to pick him, but I don't think I would.
5 years ago, I would have picked Omega
for
easily.
sure.
But Omega's still I still think he's a great wrestler, but there's still some questions about his durability at this point. I'm sure he's going to have a great match against MJF,
and there's nobody really in New Japan that I really 100% believe in.
Yeah.
Which is why I wanted to pick somebody from the New Japan roster. But I went fully on potential because I don't know who could be that guy that would be your surefire New Japan draw.
What about Zack Sabre Jr.?
Yep. Zack Sabre Jr. is definitely up there.
Yeah.
Literally one in my top 10 wrestlers on the planet.
Yeah.
But again, a little bit older.
Yeah. A little dry.
A little dry on the mic.
Yeah.
Not a ton of personalities. Not everybody's cup of tea. Yeah. My cup of tea, but not everybody's
my cup of tea. Yeah. You know, there was a name I was thinking of, and I'm like, this would be a very Zach McGibbon pick. It was Mystico.
I thought about it.
Yeah, so did I.
I was thinking about Mystico.
So did I.
I was like, it's certainly for drawing power. If it's like, well, I can certainly break into Mexico with Mystico. But I decided not to go because he is a bit older. And
that's why I didn't pick him as well.
Yeah. But I was trying to hold myself back a little bit because John Moxley was still available. I'm like, oh, this is just what a steal.
I know. It's incredible how good you feel about your last pick and how bad your previous picks are. Like to get to Moxley.
I think this is a pretty incredible roster.
I know you think
look at these combinations you've got. First of all, he's just upset he doesn't have his Hangman and Swerve program to carry the company.
No,
this is where the big boys play, Lee. All right, this is where the big boys play.
Yeah,
all right?
you have a women's wrestler that couldn't draw 3 people to her match right now.
Stephanie Vacour.
He go back to Mexico.
There you go. There you go.
Well, you need her there.
Yeah,
I can tell you that.
Yeah.
She's gonna lose to Liv Morgan coming up. That's a real feather in the cap.
That's booking. That's not her. Okay, that's a feather in the cap of the incredible booking legacy of Triple H. So, but yes, I'm looking at this roster. I mean, man, look at the combinations. You got an Osprey Cody match. Oh, well, that's gonna draw a lot of money. A Takeshita Osprey, we could bring that back. We could go to a Cody Takeshita. Oh, we could throw Swerve in there. That would be very good. I think that'd be a very good match. You know, Swerve and Cody. That's an interesting dynamic. Swerve Takeshita.
How about MJF and Roman Reigns?
Oh yeah.
How about that one?
Oh yeah, you got your one event. How about the other events? It's 12 pay-per-views a year, Lee. You got to fill out the year, not the 1 month.
And Roman only shows up for 4 of them.
Exactly.
Hangman Page and Kevin Owens? Come on.
Oh, there you go. You got 2 months of pay-per-views now, Phil. Good job.
Would also like to point out that the majority of Lee's roster is American, with the exception of Kevin Owens.
Yes.
The other two brands went a little bit more internationally flavored.
Yeah.
But evidently,
sell tickets.
Oh, I'm drawing money.
Lee only thinks there's one venue. He's just looking at Madison Square Garden and going, I gotta fill the garden. I'm talking about the O2. I'm talking Wembley.
Yeah.
I'm talking Australia's big ass rugby or Aussie rules football stadium.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see when people vote.
Tokyo Dome.
We'll see when people vote on the teams.
Yeah.
Exactly how people feel. This has been fun.
Yes, this
has been a good draft, and we do want to hear from you, especially on the people that you think that we missed and should be on some of these teams. So for the host, Ben Soubliere, Zach McGibbon, and Lee Versage, thanks for being with us for another edition of This is Wrestling.